Good Sunday evening, friends. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Come on in. It's almost bedtime, but inside my slow cooker, I have a brisket. I've been wanting a brisket, so went out to the freezer and found one, and this baby is froze solid. Let me show you. I don't know how I squeezed that in there. It's like me in a tube top. Anyway, we've got our brisket here. It's froze. I'm going to put it on now before I go to bed, and here's what we're going to do with it. We're going to hit it with some, oh my goodness, that's chicken sauce. Wait a minute, I got to get Dijon mustard. I'm glad I looked at that. Dijon mustard, not chicken sauce. We're going to hit it with some Dijon mustard here. All right. I would say this is probably a 4 to 5 pound brisket. I don't know. I didn't weigh it before I shoved it in this slow cooker. I do have some water underneath too. I put in maybe half a cup to a cup of water. So there is our Dijon mustard. I'm going to do some white pepper, just pepper. I'm going to use white because I think it's a little spicier. All right, we've got the pepper on. I'm not going to add salt right now because I'm telling you why. I'm going to use one of these Lipton onion soup mixes, and they're pretty salty, so I'm not going to add any salt right now. I'm going to pour on the soup mix right on top of the brisket. Go, and I'm going to add a couple tablespoons of brown sugar here. Ooh-wee. So I didn't really cook anything today. We just kind of had hamburgers. Mason and Brock took a quick trip to Kentucky this morning, down and back, and didn't know what time they were going to go home. So when they got home, we just decided to have some burgers. And we went mushroom hunting. We didn't find anything, but we had a nice, pretty hike anyway. So it was a pretty good afternoon. It was nice and sunny and beautiful here. It's supposed to be even warmer tomorrow. Looking forward to that. And then, are you prepared for the eclipse? I mean, it is what it is. All right, so there we have it. There is our brisket with all of our stuff on top. I'm going to put it on. It is 10:40, so I will let you know how many hours I'm going to let this beauty go, and I'll be back tomorrow to tell you what I'm going to cook with it. Have a good night, guys. Good morning, friends. Here we are. It's about 7:25 a.m. I've had this off the heat for about 10 minutes here, letting it rest for a moment. Here is our brisket. Let's take it out and take a gander. Oh, it's super tender. So about 8 hours. I know that sounds like a lot, but if you're familiar with brisket, she's an old tough cookie. It requires a little bit longer cooking time. Here we go. Oh, we made it. Look at that, friends. A couple pieces down here. That's the meat tax. All right, there you go. Just so tender. I thought I was going to make potato casserole to go with this, but look at all that great juice. I may end up making some gravy. I don't know yet. Let me set this over here. I'm gonna give our meat a minute to rest, but I wanted you to see this. Now, you could totally take this and put it in the oven and caramelize it and get it brown. And I may do that later. I don't know yet. But I do like to add some sea salt to it now. Go. Now it's ready to do whatever you want with it. You can shred it and barbecue it, make sandwiches, or leave it as it is and slice it and have sandwiches. The world is your brisket. So let me just show you here. Let's give it just a little slice here. I want you to be able to see how tender that is. Let me get a piece here. It might fall apart before I can get it. I mean, friends, look at that. Gorgeous, just gorgeous. Let's give it a little taste here. It's never too early for brisket, right? Let's give it a try. So good, so easy. Let your slow cooker do the work for you. Like I said, you could shred this up. So many things you could do with it. I'm going to give it a minute to rest, and then I'll put it away. Wait, and when Mason gets home from work tonight, I'll show you our complete meal. And don't stare at the sun. That's Krista's tip of the day. I want y'all to be able to see these wonderful cooking videos. Happy Eclipse Day, y'all. It's Monday, April 8th. Now, the eclipse has come through southern Ohio. So for us, you could tell, I was folding laundry in the living room, and I could see out my living room window out to the backyard, and you could tell it was starting to get darker. Now, Brock and I didn't have glasses. It wasn't something that we were going to watch. He did take his drone up and get some pictures, so I'm anxious to see those. So, a fascinating thing that I learned, Native Americans believe that an eclipse is a sacred time. They stay inside, and to them, when the moon and sun, it was like a mating. And when they disperse, it's a rebirth of the earth. And I thought that was so beautiful. So for Native Americans, they stay inside. I don't know if all of them do, but what I've been reading. And I thought that was very beautiful and very fascinating. That it was a death, then a mating, and then a birth of a new earth. So there we go. We've got a new earth. Let's treat each other and the earth a little bit better, shall we? Anyway, so happy. I hope you had a great experience. If you went outside to check it out. Madison was at work. She said they went outside to check it out. Hopefully she had glasses. And I hope you enjoyed it. So anyway, life goes on. I still got to cook dinner. We've been doing lots of chores today. We ran to the Amish store down below us and got some things. And folding laundry, you know, all of that kind of stuff. So Mason will be home from work in a little bit. He had to work today. So as you know, I made that brisket overnight. So now I'm just going to make what I call mayonnaise salad, what my family calls a mayonnaise salad. Now, because I can't eat coleslaw, I love coleslaw, but the raw cabbage, I can't do it. So this, I love coleslaw with brisket. So this is going to take care the place of our brisket. So I don't typically measure. So I've got a little bit of, I've got a measuring cup here. Now this is the end of this jar of mayonnaise. So I'm thinking that was probably about a tablespoon of mayonnaise. Now I have some of this left over, and I thought, why not? If you can use it on coleslaw, why can't you use it on lettuce? Now this is that coleslaw dressing that I had left over from when I made something. I imagine maybe slaw. No, it was my potato salad, macaroni salad. Can't even talk. This is thick. Thick macaroni. Let me get this out of here. So I've got 1/4 of a cup of measuring cup here. I had this from where I made macaroni salad. That's what it was. Okay. I'm just going to add that in. We're going to see what happens. Normally I just make it with mayonnaise and sugar. That's how my family always made it. So let's give this a stir. Now that I've got it all over my arm. I think that's going to be enough. Maybe. And I'm going to try it as far as sweetness to see if I need to add any more sugar. Probably not, because this coleslaw dressing is pretty sweet. So we had some shredded lettuce left over yesterday. We just grilled out some hamburgers. Actually, I cooked them inside because it was super windy yesterday. Cooked them on my griddle. So I had some shredded lettuce and a tomato, little pieces of tomato left there. Threw that in. Let me get a clean fork. Clean fork here. Try it, see if I need to add anything else. No sugar, absolutely no sugar. That is delicious because this kind of has like some celery seed. It's Lighthouse. I love Lighthouse brand. So good. That's going to take place of my coleslaw though. Because y'all know I can't eat that raw cabbage. Raw cabbage. Black pepper is a must. That's it. We're going to have this. And then I did not eat off of this fork. So y'all don't come for me and say I'm contaminating my family's food. This is the fork I ate off of. I know most of you don't care. Some of you get mad at me. And I'm like, I've been married to my husband for 30 years. Been together for 30. If he's got it, I got it. All right, there we go. There is our salad. I also have corn going. My canned corn that we corned this summer. We've got the brisket. It's done. I'm going to slice it up a little bit, and everybody's going to just heat theirs up individually. And then I saved this wonderful broth, and I'm going to skim that fat off of there, and we're going to make some gravy and mashed potatoes. That was Brock's choice. So I'll come back and I'll show you how we're going to make that gravy, and we'll be right back. So it's time to make the gravy. I've got my brisket here. I'm going to put it under the broiler just for a few minutes. I'm going to let everybody individually warm it up so it doesn't get dried out, but I am just going to give a quick little sear on that skin. Let me pop that in here and I'll be right back. So I'll throw it in my toaster oven on broil, and I thought I would get out this tray. Look at this. For the Eclipse, it says to the moon and back. We're going to have that for our brisket. Now, for our gravy, you're going to need 3 cups of your broth. So, you've got that. And then you're going to need, we're going to make a cornstarch slurry. We've got a 1/4 cup of water, cold water. And then I'm going to put in 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. She's going to thicken that gravy up. So I always like to add a little bit more water when I cook any kind of beef. So I have plenty of broth for gravy or whatever I decide to do. I'm going to give this a quick whisk. Maybe. Oh, what a horrible sound that's making. All right. Got that mixed up. It's like nails on a chalkboard. Okay, I'm going to quit. I'll do it off camera. Screeching sound. I'm going to move you over to the stove, and I'm going to get our broth goiling. I'm really having trouble talking today, aren't my friends? I'm going to get this boiling, and I'll pull you over to the stove, and let's make some beef gravy. Hopefully you're at a good angle where you can see this. We've got our beef broth coming to like a gentle boil here. Now you could add some garlic powder, you could add some onion powder, you could add some salt, pepper, but as you know, I cooked that brisket with that seasoning on there and that onion soup mix. So I'm not going to add anything else to this. I've got some salt and pepper on the standby. I'm going to add in that cornstarch slurry. Get that all in there. We're going to give it a whisk, and we're going to cook it until it thickens up to however you like it. If you like a thick gravy, a thin gravy, it's up to you. It doesn't take long for it to get thick. So you just want to give it a whisk. I'm going to give it a minute here to come back up to a boil. I'm going to go ahead and add some pepper because I definitely know I want pepper. The salt, I will wait and try. I don't want it too salty. And really, that's it for brown gravy. It's that simple. Brock, we rate gravy here like a 1 through 5 of the top gravies. Beef gravy is Brock's absolute favorite in the gravy worlds. Do you have a favorite gravy? I say my number 1 is probably bacon gravy. That would be my number 1. But that's not something he grew up eating. Okay, so there you go. Just let it continue to go until it gets to the consistency that you like. And that's all you need to do. Add salt if you need to. I'm going to give it a taste here. Maybe just a little bit of salt, and that's it. There you go. So I'm going to move you back over, and we're going to, as my mama will say, we're going to red up our plates. So the brisket's done. The gravy's done. We've got mashed potatoes. We've got corn, and we've got that mayonnaise salad. I want you to see the sear that I put on that brisket in the toaster oven. Beautiful. I'm going to serve it with some horseradish sauce, some barbecue sauce. We've got the gravy. Here it is out on our platter. Brisket doesn't have to be hard. Slow cooker does amazing work. Not everybody has access to a smoker or something like that. You can get the same results, a delicious brisket overnight. Just let it do the work while you're getting your beauty sleep. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna fix my plate. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you had a great day. I hope you enjoyed the eclipse if you were able to witness it. And I'll see you soon. Bye, friends. Forgot to show you my plate. There it is, the brisket, the potatoes, and the homemade gravy, the corn from our canning, some leftover baked beans, of course, that brisket, and the mayonnaise salad. I'm going to go eat with my family. Have a good day.